Hello! In today's video, I want to talk about a common challenge that administrators face: initiatives that fall flat. It's so disheartening when you're so passionate about an initiative that you know would make a positive difference in the school culture and environment, but once it actually starts, it doesn't really gain momentum, it loses traction, and eventually just dissipates as a whole. Here's the top 3 reasons why this happens and what you can do to avoid them. The first reason actually just might be the initiative itself. As administrators, it's really easy for us to get caught up in the latest educational movement or really become immersed in an area that we're passionate about. Because of this, we tend to choose initiatives that are biased towards our current preferences or focuses at the time. To avoid this, it's really important to thoroughly consider each initiative and make sure that it is addressing a need in the school before selecting one. In my opinion, I don't think that new initiatives need to be happening every single year. They should really only happen if there's an identified need and that need is a top priority to address. I do want to clarify that determining the identified need should happen through some sort of formalized evaluation or even some sort of informal understanding of the current context. Ultimately, make sure that your initiative is addressing a problem that is of high significance and importance to the health and success of the school community. The second reason that initiatives tend to fail is due to poor planning and execution. The majority of initiatives that I've seen always tend to have a short timeline and it feels very rushed. Not only does this put pressure on staff to adapt quickly, but it also can lead to shortcuts, not giving enough training, or even pausing other high priorities to meet the timelines of the current initiative. Even if the initiative is warranted and welcomed initially, poor planning and execution will definitely have the opposite effect. To avoid this, it's really important that you spend ample time creating an initiative project timeline, identifying important supports that you're going to need along the way, and figuring out what are those intermediate milestones. I highly recommend that you get feedback on this plan as well, because it's really important that it's sustainable, it's feasible, and also it's going to have the desired impact that you're looking for. If you want to learn more about what are the different types of insights and feedback you need when creating a project plan, I do have a free workshop called Intentional Insights, where it goes into all the different insights you need along the project planning process. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. The final and arguably the most common reason that most initiatives fail is due to a lack of staff capacity and buy-in. Really, an initiative is only as successful as the implementation of it. If the people implementing it are burnt out or in survival mode, there's really no way the initiative is going to be able to take hold. For example, if day-to-day they're not feeling supported by their leaders, they're struggling to keep up with their day-to-day tasks of grading or planning, or even if they're experiencing compassion fatigue, keeping up with the needs of their students and coworkers, then there's really no room for them to even think about taking on a new initiative. In this case, it really speaks to the misalignment of what maybe administration or district is seeing as an important need and priority versus what the staff are actually seeing as a need and priority in order to improve the overall school. Ideally, these priorities need to be aligned, and that's what the initiative should be addressing. So to avoid this, you really have to create staff capacity. You need to take things off of their plate before you are adding anything onto it. The efficiency and effectiveness of the day-to-day operations have to be addressed and have to be improved in order to make space for any new things that are coming in. When staff aren't in survival mode and they're able to manage their daily stressors in a healthy way, not only will they have capacity for the new initiative, but they'll actually go above and beyond. The passion and creativity for staff to do what's best for students is so ingrained in the profession as a whole that when they're actually operating from a liberated state, just imagine the impact that they could have. If there's one thing you take away from this entire video, I hope that it's this point. Staff capacity has to be addressed first before considering any new initiative. Honestly, best case scenario is that these initiatives are actually addressing the problem of low staff capacity. They should really be working on creating more staff capacity so that way staff can use their own time, energy, and resources and redirect it back into their classrooms, back to working with students, and overall make the school a better place. So there you have it. Those are the top 3 reasons that initiatives tend to fail. If you have any questions about how to address some of the reasons or implement some of the solutions specific to your context, please feel free to put a comment below. Also, if you need some more substantial help with navigating initiatives in your building, I'll leave a link to set up a complimentary consultation call in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you experienced the joy of doing something you love today.